Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Okay, time to start doing some real life videos, and this is a coffee machine. This is a Frankie A600 coffee machine, and I decided to buy a coffee machine for the office because I thought, coffee's a good thing, and I thought, I like the automatic ones, touchscreen and all the rest. Hang on, we've got a rinsing cycle in progress. Anyway, so I decided to go for this particular machine, and it's worth an absolute fortune. And I'll let that finish. Anyway, I decided to buy it and, see what it's all about. Let's chuck that away. Alright, so this type of machine is dedicated for, I guess you could do up to, I believe the instructions say 100 coffees per hour. 100 coffees per hour times 800 coffees per day. Now that's a little bit big for our workshop. And yeah, I don't think I did the right thing by buying it, but I did learn a lot from it, and I'm very impressed with the mechanisms in this machine. But on saying that, it's not really going to suit my purposes, so unfortunately I'm probably going to end up selling it off. I have cleaned it up. I've completely defragged it, checked it over, and done everything to it. And this video is just about explaining to you a couple of the things, the way this machine works, because I've learned a lot from this, and I've learned quite a bit about these type of coffee machines. First of all, you saw that backdrop that was on there. You can actually custom that one there. You can customize and set that to your own advertisement. So that's just one. It's kind of like just a come-in type thing. They show the hot cream and all that. So that was suggestive advertisement. I guess they do that on the poker machines too. They have things that make you want a coffee or make you want to play the machine. So I thought that was pretty cool. But to be able to set your own logo and do your own type, I thought that was cool as well. I'm just going to leave it as it is. There's also another feature here which is something I've never seen in a coffee machine, and I'm just going to show it to you. It's by the way, the key, it takes like some little L-shaped key. I'm never going to get them because I have to go to get it from overseas or something. Okay, so when the grinding happens in here and it's brewing and it's coming out through here, check this out. There's a little filter. See that? And then there's a little hose. And that goes all the way to the back of the machine. It has a little computer fan. So when it brews the coffee, it actually, aromates the area with the coffee smell. And the way that this thing is built is when the door closes, it'll seal up there. So I thought that was really interesting. Not only do they have the advertisement on the front of the screen, they've got like the aroma around the machine of nice, hot, brewed coffee. So I thought that was pretty cool. The next thing down in here, we've got a couple of gauges, bar gauges, just telling us that there is pressure, or they bar, I think they're bar, yeah. They're both bar, so they're telling us it's got pressure. To empty this machine, it's not too bad. You just grab this, empty it, some old coffee in there, and you take that out, you clean it. There's also a spot for a tablet, and you put in the tablet where it says tablet, and then you put it on the rinse cycle, and you clean out this, you clean out this, you clean out the bottom tray. This drain as well is plumbed out, so there's two drains on this machine, and I found that very interesting as well. So old coffee straight down the drain. This is another drain here that comes out from the fridge section. So you buy this machine as a one, and then you basically buy the fridge as a second. This one here is designed for high use. Normally what you would have is you would have a container in here where you'd fill water up. This one's always constantly plumbed in. There's a pump right there, and it's actually, I've hooked it up just at the moment. See, that's what I've had to do, and there's my drain. I don't want milk everywhere. So I've just plumbed it up, got it working, and it's got an on and off button. It's got a little button at the top here. And it's telling me right now to do my front right container, which is the chocolate, and then the lychee. I didn't put them on because I'm not going to be using the machine straight away, and I don't want to dirty it because we've gone through a massive, thorough clean on it and cleaned everything out. There's my cat. Hello, cat. Meow. Meow. No, not interested. Alright, it's adjustable. You drop that, the filter comes out of the front there. This is your hot water one. That's pretty cool. The whole system is plumbed up with these push-on type shark connections, very similar to what they use for a lot of the water lines these days. I'll show you inside the fridge as well. So you've got your fridge right here. Now this door is censored, so when you close it, it knows that the door is closed or not closed. We've got a temperature control. We've got cleaning fluid here, which basically goes through and cleans the milk lines. Now milk line cleaning you should do once a day, and also tablet cleaning you should do once a week. When you take this out, you basically swap it out So it's already telling me now it's coming out. It's got a sensor on it as well. See that little magnet down there? There's one on the bottom here. And when you're putting your special cleaning one, what's it doing now? Fill front right container. Just trying to do a cycle. Anyway, when you put in your cleaning one, there's actually a little reed switch up in here that I spent an hour looking over the schematics to find. And I've just been putting a little magnet on there, and that allows me to not change my container. I can just, put water in this container and use this container. Basically, cut a long story short, the containers in this type of product is so expensive. For me to get another container, you're looking hundreds of dollars. So I found out where the reed switch is, which is right here. I just put a little magnet there. I drop a container in, and away we go. And we'll just pop this back. I haven't got the lid all properly on it. Now that that container's back in there, it'll actually weigh on how much milk is in there, and it knows when it's full or empty. I found that to be, pretty decent. It knows when it is full and knows when it's empty, knows its temperature, knows when you put the cleaner in. As soon as you put the cleaning container in, it actually senses it and then tells you over here. Water filter as well. It does have a water filter, and basically the water filter gets replaced every, I don't know, 50,000 or something like that. Where are we here? Water filter is used and must be replaced. Okay, so we're up for a water filter. It's doing its boot up now, so basically it calibrates everything. It's got 2 boilers in it, plus some other type of steamer, and it's going to bring it up to temperature of 120 and all the rest. It's going to heat the beans. Talking about heating, I've got the cowling off here because I'm looking for leaks and any problems, and so far so good. That's why I've got the cowling off. Also to clean out any amounts of leftover coffee. Sometimes you can get coffee like this little bit right there and have to clean out. It's a bit like a key machine. When you're grinding something or cutting something, generally the dust and the powder can end up inside the machine. So it's important to get a toothbrush, vacuum cleaner, and defrag it completely. Alright, so let's just look at the menu now. Alright, so all those lattes and things like that are off the menu because there's no milk. I've only put water in it at the moment. Oh, no, they're back. I've only put water in it at the moment. Just doing the testing phase. But let's just do a cold milk. We've got cold milk happening. Okay, so I have to wrap this up before the batteries on this camera die. Anyway, so I've got all the coffees. I can do pretty much everything. Any that are not lit, I can't do, only because I don't have milk or I don't have the container on top. Anyway, this machine's absolutely awesome. Let me show you the mechanisms. All right, so each one of those valves there does something. It basically feeds water, hot water, and milk all through these valves. So I had to check them all, check they're all working, look for any leaks. There's no leaks, so everything looks to be good. But these valves are complex to say the least. I've had to clean out one of the valves. That one wasn't working, and I got it working, so it's good. Here's the 2 boilers. To note, this is a 15 amp machine, so you need 15 amp power. You need a constant water supply. It's even got a drain underneath, and I've got a drain here, so it's got 2 drains. It's got 2 motherboards there, so one 241 and then another programmed one on top of that. There's the fan as well. After a brewing cycle, that'll turn on and emulate the smell around. Moving over here, you've got your water pump. You've got a few fuses in there. This is where it gets fancy. I mean, basically this is a container with milk coming through it. So if you want heated milk, it brings the milk through, it comes through here and then pumps it into the system. If you want to do a milk flush, it comes through here, the solenoid opens up, blows it out through the drain, and then blows it back through. So it's got a reverse type line mechanism. This one here I've taken off. This is if you want the top plate. Actually, you put your cups on top and it heats it. I've taken it off because that's not necessary. On this side, once again, we've got another motherboard that basically controls it. And I just had to check our fuse and all that was good. This isn't like a phone connection, RJ25 or 45, I'm not sure, but it does start with RJ, and that communicates with the main mother, with the main unit, and you've got your temperature control sensors here. All right, so to cut a long story short, this machine is massive. It's awesome. I learn a lot from it, but the only problem is it's way too big. It's way too big for my workshop. And I got it because it was cheap and it's worth a lot of money, and I thought, oh, that'd be awesome. And then I thought about it. you've got this thing running all the time at 15 amps, it's going to cost you more than a few cups of coffees just to keep it running. The fridge has to be running, has to be clean once a day for milk, it has to be clean once a week for the coffee grinds and all the rest of it. Plus on top of that, your coffee is more expensive. So is it worth it for a workshop? Not unless you had a staff of 50, but we've only got a staff, a handful of staff, so it's not really wasn't a great purchase. But I did learn a lot from it, learn a lot about the mechanisms, got to own it, and got to learn on how to clean it, service it, and all that sort of stuff. So it was a good learning curve, and it was exciting to learn on how technical this machine is, and the amount of functions and how it does it, because everything about it is just over-engineered. It's like working on a Mercedes or a BMW or Lamborghini. Sometimes they over-engineer things. But I'm saying that, what a machine. I mean, it doesn't look good at the moment because I've got the cowling off, but what a machine. Okay, leave your comments down below what you think of the Frankie coffee machine. If you've ever used one, you're probably drunk from one. They're in the Caltex service stations. And yeah, that's all I've got to report now. It's taken me about 2-3 days to clean it up and make sure everything's right and get it all working perfectly. Make sure the lines are good, they're all sealed, not leaking, it's feeding and doing everything. So, is it going to do a clean now? Why not? Another rinse. Okay, thanks for watching.